All right, hold on. I know what I'm getting Steve for Christmas. Frank, can you guess? Can you guess?
No, Dave, I'm way off tonight.
Thank you.
In the halls where the whispers gather.
What's that?
A prostitute?
That's what he needs. But
that's not what you're getting him though.
You think
I know what I'm getting.
Conservative
You need to release some energy.
minds debate the future. From Jack to border walls. Energy's clashed like a political rally. Frustration bruising the shameless. As always, meet new challenges. Dissenting voices rise up, seeking unity, but finding divides. We stand strong, we stand tall. In this party, our spirit will not fall. Though the path is rocky and long, we march forward with hearts full of song.
All right. What I am getting you.
All
What I
right.
am getting you before your intro.
Okay.
You gotta
I
build
am
a fade
getting you
into
a
it.
whole new, whatever your board set is that you have. Do you plug everything into? You need a new one.
You want me to get a new soundboard? Okay. Get a new board.
I've never seen so much difficulty with
There
a
was
sound.
no difficulty. There was zero difficulty. It was the link. I was.
You got a
getting
new mic. It looks like you got a new mic.
I got a new stand. Yeah. I got a new stand. So is that okay? It's trying to be productive.
Your mic's a little high.
Yeah, it is high. It's high just so I can suck it, I want to be able to suck it, that's all. So it's close because I like to suck things, because I have my rounds at the suck and chuck after this. This is Rebel Republic, the best political talk show.
Are we live?
All of Massachusetts.
We're live.
Connecticut, Vermont, New York, New Jersey, Maine.
I'm already
Rhode
ready
Island,
to end the
Delaware,
stream.
Nebraska, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, California, Texas. It doesn't matter. You're either with us or you're against us. And with me, as always, the voice of reason, Frank Cristiano. Delighted.
This has been the most unproductive 2 minutes and 37 seconds ever done on the air.
And we have, of course, the coach himself. He is achieving greatness every day, and he is going to be coaching a dynasty for his youth team. Coach Human. GW hairstyle. What does that mean? George Washington.
George Washington.
Oh, it does look like George Washington, but didn't he wear a wig?
Yes, mine is actually legit.
Oh, I like it. I like it. It's very clean. It's beautiful. So
very gray.
No, it's not gray at all. I have to start this because this is just too easy not to start with.
Your microphone's driving me crazy.
What is?
I'm sorry. It's so high up. There we go. That's better. Put it to the side.
Yeah. How about that? We can do that. That doesn't distract you. That's
not as much. Probably not as.
See the glasses.
So I can't win, basically, is what we're saying.
Somehow this show has gone from being a conservative podcast to in competition with Greg Gutfeld for comedy.
If you could just do this, and we could do the show and talk.
Oh, that's
pretty good like that. Let me see that again.
We could do the show just like this.
I'll put the bag over.
I like the pink.
If you put the bag over your head, that's perfect.
I can talk like this.
Oh, no, I put it down a little lower.
I like the pink. The pink looks good.
That's what we want.
Yeah. Give us our first question.
Okay. So this is going to be an easy one. We're going to start off with the WNBA and Enes Kanter getting thrown out of a Chicago Sky game yesterday. Mr. Kanter declared himself eligible for the WNBA draft, and apparently the guard for the Chicago Sky, Miss Cloud, took
no, that's no one does look no.
Making a layup and then came down the court and started pointing and yelling at him, and he was escorted and thrown out of the game. He had a shirt on, and it just said "women," woman.
So I saw that I saw this post and I had to snag it. Did you see this?
Oh, that's AI. That's awesome.
Isn't
That
that
is-
hilarious?
That is hilarious.
Alice Cantor.
Oh, it's
Alice Cantor. That's
Alice.
priceless, right?
Alice? His name's
Alice.
Oh, okay.
Like a woman, female's name.
All right. Well,
So you want me to
your
show
thoughts?
what happened, just for people who may not know, if I can find
Yeah,
it?
please. It was hilarious, and all the comments, especially from someone in attendance, said that she instigated it. Cloud instigated the whole thing.
Yeah. So here.
6-point basketball game. Six.
Give a little context. She drove the lane and scored.
Yeah, she had a layup, right?
Yeah. Like
And
Caitlin
Indiana
Clark was
took another.
torching her. Caitlin
Right.
Clark was torching her last night.
Right.
And then she
Oh,
drove
yeah,
the
Caitlin Clark had 30.
Yeah, she drove the lane, like made like a little double crossover move, got in between Caitlin Clark and got a layup, and then did this.
And then Indiana took a timeout, I believe, and she went after him from
Yes.
the
6-point
fan who was sitting next to him said that.
Yes, you'll see it here.
basketball game. Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud.
He didn't do anything.
And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena after Natasha Cloud got that bucket. She wanted her voice heard.
Yeah, why is he getting thrown out?
We have
It
talked
was
about
completely
the
wrong,
conversations surrounding the
misrepresented.
W.
He did nothing. He came after
That is
him.
Enos Cantor in the building
and
today.
there's been protests.
And he has voiced how
and
he felt
Indiana
about
Look
the
at
people-
Caitlin
situation.
Clark laughing.
Mostly people
Voicing her
supporting
opinion.
Sophie Cunningham and others not. But this is her one comment has resulted in a month of this. And now he goes to a game and she goes after him. I mean, she was blazing fire.
It's ridiculous.
So, I mean,
Why did she just play basketball?
Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, convened a committee.
You know why they don't do anything? I'm going to tell you
Right.
why they don't do anything. Do you know what all this is doing for them?
Huge publicity.
Huge publicity.
So you have
And you
to
know what they
realize-
say? You know what they say in entertainment?
Yeah.
There is no such thing as bad publicity.
Right. It's good press, bad press. It's all good press. So my theory is
Really?
simple. It's a conspiracy theory by Sophie Cunningham, by the league, by administrators, by other players. They went in on maybe a Zoom call and they said,
I
"Listen,
don't think so.
here's how I do. I think this is how we're going to play it out. We're going to turn the WNBA into the WWE.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Stop with the
Right. It's going to be.
WWE.
It's
You
going to
gotta go
be.
there.
It's going to be.
It's going to be
set up.
white versus black, lesbian versus heterosexual.
Right. You're going to have subplots and stories. You're going to have veterans against rookies who are arguing. You're going to have women arguing against having women in the league. Women arguing against having men in the league. Men don't want women in the league. Men will join the women's league.
Maybe that's why Diana Taurasi retired.
Right. She didn't want to go. She's a true
She
club
had
baller.
baller.
her jersey retired.
and
yeah.
she did not want to be a part of this because this is a genius move. This is an incredible marketing move by the WNBA right now to be able to set the tone on how they're going to play out the rest of this season. Okay, why do you think 12 women convened with the commissioner and they
They had a
couldn't come
trans
up?
committee. Yeah,
They couldn't come up with a literature or wordage
No.
that says what a woman is.
they can't
You know,
define
right.
woman.
So you're telling me that that's not all right, ladies. Listen,
I think
ladies,
that's absurd.
You think
Men-
Enos
men-
Cantor's in on it?
what's that?
You think Enos Cantor's in on it?
I don't.
No.
I don't because Enes Kanter he's from his upbringing in his
Conservative.
country in Turkey. He is a very
Staunch.
conservative.
Staunch, yeah.
Against he doesn't like the Muslim world in a way.
He's Armenian, isn't he?
Yeah,
Is he Armenian?
He doesn't follow it. He's a very traditional person. And I think he's there, and then I think everybody else is joining on right now. They said Boban Marinovic is going to Boban's going to qualify, go to the WNBA draft. That would be hilarious because he would be fine in a wig. He's happy all the time. But yeah, I mean, I see this as a huge PR event to get the WNBA to the because who's watching the league?
They have the highest ratings ever
that they've ever had. Okay, so that went from 1 to 4 viewers.
They have the.
You know what they are the kings in?
Ever.
They are the kings of short clips
Right.
throughout their sport gets more short clips. Maybe right now. Think about the dead time that they're in. This is the time between the NBA finals.
Well,
and the NFL
start of the NBA,
start of the NFL, not preseason, but start of the NFL.
Yes.
And if
season's coming to an end,
if I were to be a conspiracy theorist, that's what it looks like to me. WWE.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my God.
100%.
I cannot believe
that's what it looks like.
They probably went to Vince McMahon to understand how to set the scripts.
Vince McMahon isn't with WWE anymore, just so you
right.
know.
That's why they can go to him now.
So they can hire him.
So
he's a consultant.
I bet you 10-1. I bet you 10-1. He's a consultant for the WNBA.
Okay, this is how we'll script it out.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cause a huge controversy right now in the trans world. Half of the country backs trans, half of the country does not. But all of the country will watch the chaos that we can provide in the WNBA by supporting or denouncing a right for a transgender person to be able to play in the WNBA.
Well, I will tell you this. I asked Maria because you said that they have to stick together.
Yeah, they do.
And she said, you're right.
I know.
She said that he's not wrong. He's right.
They have to. They can't. If you're a lesbian, if you're a lesbian, and even if you don't believe that a transgender should play in the league, I believe there are no transgenders in the league. I just think that's made up. Well, Brittany Griner may be on the fence, but I think besides that, there are no transgenders in the league. So I don't think that's the point, though, by the ones that are opposing it. The ones that are opposing it and that are upset are worried about the lower levels. And even though it may be 0.010%, 0.01%, whatever it is, bottom line, it's affecting small segments of the country's population of young athletes and parents of young athletes. I mean, they see their daughters putting in the time, putting in the effort. They're putting in the money, obviously, and their time as well, driving to practices and driving to tournaments and all that. And then all of a sudden, someone who is physically superior in size and strength, in bone density, in muscle mass, gets on the same court as them and wins and takes what they've been working for. So there has to be. How come does the NBA allow women to play in the NBA?
Yes,
they do. How come no women are playing in the NBA?
A woman could play in the NBA.
Not good enough.
And what woman would play in the NBA?
None.
They'd get destroyed.
Correct.
But they could
because of what?
There's no bylaws.
Why? No, they could.
There's no competitive advantage.
No, right. But there's no muscle mass increase versus a man. Exactly. There's no strength increase. There's no jumping ability versus a man. There's nothing. A man is physically superior. Unfortunately, that's the true reason, I think, Dave. We're saying that a biological man is physically superior
and mentally
to a biological woman. Mentally,
100% they are.
And they get the female part of the female population takes it and accepts it and understands their role, and part of the female population denounces that and hates it and can't stand that someone says that someone else, especially the male race or the male gender, is superior than their gender.
Yeah, they can't stand it.
That's all this is about.
They got to stay in the kitchen.
So
do the laundry, cook,
and
understand that the male brain, is smarter.
Great point, Steve.
Brain.
I would have never thought of saying that. Great point.
It's true. I mean,
my thing is this: is that I just it's a great move by the WNBA to do this. It is without a doubt. It brings attention to their league even more than the Caitlin Clark situation. Okay.
Do you think Caitlin Clark is in on this? I guess.
I think yes.
She's laughing half the time.
I think they all are. I think they have to be. I think it's a league-wide memo. It's something where every person is going to be informed. Here's how we're playing it out.
So the games are real, but everything around it is a
All the
shenanigans.
showboating, all the talk, all the innuendo, all the fans that are wearing XXXY shirts to the games, all the people that have the owners. Come on, you're an owner.
The Seattle-
You're even if you're a lesbian owner, okay. Even if your name is Butch owner, okay. You're gonna go into a crowd and get mad at a 16-year-old girl because they're wearing an XY and say thank you, Sophie Cunningham, for standing up for women. You're the owner of a franchise.
Yeah,
And you're going to do
billionaire.
that. You're going to risk that PR nightmare to your thing. No, that was set up because they accepted it. Said, we're going to take on this PR nightmare thing, especially Seattle, and we're going to feed off of this. And then the next step is one of our players is going to have to go challenge somebody that confronts it. So that's why they were all knocking Sophie Cunningham around the court and talking shit to her. And now we got to challenge it even more. We got this goofball Ennis Cantor 7-footer who thinks he wants to declare for the
He
WNBA.
played
draft.
11 years.
So we need someone. So we need one of our players here in the WNBA to go up and talk
Send a
and
message.
yell shit to him.
Send a message.
Right, and then what does ESPN feature every half an hour segment? And you're right, they are the queen of short clips.
But she instigated
because
it.
they're the you know why the WNBA is the queen of short clips because
you can't watch it
80% is
long.
unwatchable.
Yes.
It
you
is
said that.
80% of the play is unwatchable.
Yes.
Okay, so even the worst male.
I love when they go for a layup and they miss it.
But like
Well, that's Angel. Reese.
I don't understand how they miss it. I don't understand. I don't understand. But what it
It's
is
hilarious.
it's lack of talent. It's lack of consistent talent.
Well, I mean, still WWE or WNBA, you have to watch one. What are you watching?
Watching fucking me, I have to watch them.
Mhm.
I would be in a coffin than watch two setup.
You would
organizations.
rather die.
and be I
watch
could
one
not
or the
watch I could not watch either one of them.
Okay. Well,
I can't.
that was the hot button top topic today.
Yeah.
Which I think is outrageous.
Yeah.
She clearly instigated everything.
Right.
He gets thrown out of the game.
Right.
And he's standing up for women's rights. And
Great PR.
Sophie Cunningham is 100% right. At the lower levels in high school, they are forced to be with biological men. So, how do you justify that? There's no change. The NCAA has some guidelines, and all the pro leagues do. High school does not, and the youth leagues do not.
Right.
So, what do you do?
Mental awareness is a big part of this
Well,
whole
it is.
discussion.
It's a mental health
And the
issue.
problem
Yeah.
is this: you can think you're something, that's fine, but you can't project it onto other people.
No, you can't
So,
force it.
so bottom line, you have to live with what you have and sort of fight your mental insecurities.
Exactly.
And so
I fight
how
them every
that
day.
happens, I don't know. How that happens, I don't
yeah.
know. I feel bad for people that are in that situation.
You do?
I do. I feel bad for that. That's listen. Think about how people are worried about being gay in society. Like, oh man, I'm gay. No, gay society. That's it. Well, whatever it is, it's accepted. Think about being transgender in society, and not the male or the female who believes he's a male, because that's just like a cabaret. That's like what are those?
Well, that's
what are
like
those shows where the
RuPaul.
guys dress up like women?
Drag
Yeah,
race.
right, drag race. Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
But
was a great show, by
but
the way.
for a man to dress up and think he's a woman, how crucified would he be in society? In this society, not in Thailand. In Thailand, it's cool, but in this society, Dave, how crucified would a male be throughout schooling, education, work?
You
Right?
can wear a dress to school.
What's that?
You can wear a dress to school.
Yes, and in face to face, everyone will be respectful to you, especially
Did
in
you
a
see
school
this
setting.
post?
Yeah.
Behind your back.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
You're going to get torn.
Did you see this
agree.
post, Lieutenant? This can't be true. This has to
What?
be fake. This has to be fake.
Death sentence? The death sentence for an American military person?
No,
Oh,
this must be fake. The Indiana lieutenant governor said he was appalled by what happened.
No, the that's true. The Indiana lieutenant governor called for Stephanie White to be fired last week. Maria and I talked about it. It was outrageous. Indiana has been on a roll, on a tear.
Yeah.
And he called for Stephanie White to be fired, the coach.
yeah, because she didn't defend her player.
Well, now he called. Now he said that he was offended that a woman threatened another woman.
That is fantastic.
Well, I'm offended too.
But why, Dave? Why are they mad at Ennis Cantor if he says he's a woman now? Why?
They brought it on.
Why?
I mean,
he identifies now as a woman. Tomorrow he can identify as a man again.
They opened the door.
Right.
They opened the door.
Right. There have been several. I don't know how many or many transgenders that have reverted back to their original brainwave genderism. So in other words, there have been men who transition to women who go back to being men.
Well, you can't if you have the surgery.
Well, but surgery is a different story. But before that, but a lot of them don't have the surgery and they walk around like they're women.
Yes, a lot
right?
of them do.
And a lot of them, some of them go back and they say they see their mistake.
Well, yeah,
a lot of them were indoctrinated when they were young.
It's a mental health issue.
Correct.
You need mental health treatment.
Correct.
And it could take years.
How women can walk around, and even some men, and support that and say it's no, they're totally right. They totally have the belief, and because they feel that way.
I mean, it's because like you said, they have to, because everyone in that community has to stick together.
Yeah. Well, all I know is whenever I see this, I just think of the Dave Chappelle skit where he says, "On the outside, I'm black, but on the inside, I feel Chinese."
And there's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, even funnier is, you remember the skit where he plays the
don't say
KKK member
Yes.
who's actually black, and they don't want to tell him.
Yeah. White power.
He divorces.
White power.
He divorces his wife at the end.
Yeah.
Because she likes.
Oh,
black
he identified as a white power guy.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, it's okay. Why are people outraged?
Yeah.
If you can identify as anything you want to identify with, why is anyone outraged at anything? Then you should be able to qualify to be a billionaire. I identify as a billionaire.
Yeah, I identify as a billionaire.
Right. You should be able to identify. Listen, why am I not in the White House?
Hulk Hogan.
Why am I not in the White House?
Yeah.
I identify as the president.
Yeah.
You can identify as whatever you want.
Yeah. That's what this country's all about. That is exactly what this country
It's a small segment of this country, and then it's also an overly educated segment of this country. Their minds have been frayed by overeducated. They've been frayed by overeducation.
The left with their education is just taking over, unfortunately. So to politics is Trump's new tariff war with Canada, the most stupid trade fight in history, or a necessary stand against someone, our neighbor, who won't play fair?
You're talking to me?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I know
Dave's part of the conversation here. I didn't know if you wanted to hit up Dave first, but I'll go
with my glasses.
I'll go quickly here on this one right here. You know what? If Canada thinks they can out-survive the U.S. in a trade war,
I still would bomb them.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless, and go right ahead.
Yeah. They're screwed.
Canada Goose is already crying today. Their stock is down big time.
So, Dave, I don't understand this. I don't really know what's going on here.
Okay.
Can you explain what the new tariff war with Canada is? Are we charging a higher tariff for Canadian stuff, or like for the service?
Yes, that's what would be a trade war.
Yeah, well, they sat down at the table. They tried to renegotiate to actually lower tariffs because they realized some things were too high, and they're trying to come to a friendly agreement. And then it didn't come to a friendly agreement. And then Trump walked out, and he just said, "We're raising tariffs on this system."
Yeah,
that's what he does. He threatens everybody. Yeah, he threatens everybody.
Yeah, I like that.
And so then Mark Carney said, "Hey, you know what? We're going to raise them up too." So now everything's at 50% across the board on a lot of items. Some are even a little higher, some a little lower.
They came right back at us.
Yeah. Listen, I understand what they're doing, and I commend them for doing that, because if not, if they don't do that,
stand up to
your country does not have a spine.
Yes.
Okay. So cool. If you can't come to an agreement with them, then set what you got to set. The problem is, how are they going to outlast us?
They're never going to.
We import like $480 billion worth of product from Canada a year across the board, from
What do they make?
It's like I forget. Natural gas. I think we bring in. That's a big one.
What do they make?
Maple syrup.
No, there are certain things like power to electricity and natural gas. I think are two of them that come in. Yeah, something like that. I know I may be off of the natural gas. I know it's electricity.
What about wood?
No, we get so much wood. We don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
But there are certain items that do come from Canada that we spend and buy.
Right.
But I think it's who's going to outlast who.
Yeah. No.
What economy is driving the world and what economy is you never heard of.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Dave, I mean, we've talked about this week after week after week, and again, the Iran conflict.
Oh my God! How many times are we gonna bring the Iran thing up?
Well, I mean, are we going to be able to win? It's a war of attrition.
Can we wait till something actually happens?
And it's been 6 months of a military stalemate. And you see it just continuing. Like it's just going to keep going on until they're choked off.
What's your question?
You see it continuing the stalemate with the economy until they're choked off because they're not Iran.
That's probably one of the goals.
Yeah. I mean, do you think the Supreme Court's green light on Trump's mail voting order protects the midterms or is going to invite more chaos, lawsuits?
Didn't we talk about this last week?
We did too. We just said that he voted by mail, but
we have a deja vu here.
No, I mean, but this
Are there any new topics this week?
Protected it.
Steve's on the wrong info page last week.
I'm not. I brought up the Canadian thing. I brought up that. I was just asking if you thought that, because he.
Have you seen the clash between Jake Lang and in Minneapolis?
With the was it with the Muslim population there?
Well, he went to Dearborn.
Yeah.
And there was that clash. And now he went to Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And they detained him. I guess he was maybe in a riot or something. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting what he's doing.
Well,
my question is, do you think that invariably there'll be a revolution, a second American Revolution, between the people that like America as its original founding and the people who want it changed?
I actually
the Michigan guy said that, right? El Said?
No.
Well, that's the mayor, I think, of Dearborn, and then they had a pastor, an African American pastor, who went after them, along with Jake Lang, who was sitting in on the council meeting, who was with him. But I don't know what happened in Minneapolis. Something happened because that hump of a mayor, Jacob Fry, was commented on something about it.
He's a congressman.
Yeah, he's running for Congress,
right.
But he was on Jesse Waters.
Yes.
And he had a very fiery interview about his Senate race against former Republican Congressman Mike Rogers.
Right.
He was challenged over his stated adherence to Sharia law, which was criticized by J.D. Vance, as well as previous remarks in which he linked efforts to eliminate Sharia law to white supremacy. And, which is outrageous. I mean, he said, nobody is trying to push Sharia law on anyone else, just like I hope nobody is trying to push canon law on anybody else, because we live in America where you should have the freedom of your religion. And El Said said he would never push his faith on somebody else.
That's easy to say now.
Yeah, it is until you're elected.
The problem is, I back to your question, Dave, about a civil war. I think it will happen at some point. I think it'll happen between supporters of this country and the Muslim community. I think the supporters of the Muslim community that are American, once they see the violence, will step quietly out of the way, and they'll realize where the lines have been drawn. I hate to say that, and there are many good Muslim people. Don't get me wrong. I sound like Trump now. There are good people on both sides. There are many Muslim Americans who abide by our laws. The problem is that there's a huge growing segment that do not want to abide by our laws.
No, they don't.
When governing bodies and police and any kind of security go into their neighborhoods and they can't go into these neighborhoods because they're worried for their own safety, then you have a problem. And people say, well, where is this and all that? They're there. They're out there and they're being stated. So the information is there. You just have to look for it. And I think that's where you're going to see a civil uprising. How large, how strong, at some point, may not be in our lifetime.
It's going to be.
It may not be in our lifetime. It could be longer. But at some point, you're going to see this country either have to stand up to be able to protect its identity and beliefs, or to submit to what's coming in.
With Muslims, so many Muslims coming into power. Yeah, of course.
Right, but that could, even if they're in power, a Supreme Court that could rule against maybe their laws that they're trying to implement, and I don't know if the power from the Supreme Court slides all the way down to local municipalities. I'm pretty sure it would.
Yeah,
but I mean that would be something where the law, and then so that they resist that, and the law has stated that they can't, and they do, then there's ways to just eliminate that.
Yeah. The other news was that on Monday we formally removed Syria from our list of state sponsors of terrorism. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said, which eliminates the final major barrier to investment and economic recovery in the country.
That's correct.
He authorized a formal recession after a mandatory 45-day congressional notification period ended. Dave, what are your thoughts? I mean, do we have a lot to gain economically from Syria other than, greatly?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
But if they're off the terrorist list, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously good.
From the reign of Assad, once Assad was removed from power in Syria,
I think Hezbollah. No, I could be wrong.
No, you're on the right path. There were factions of groups that had tried to gain control of Syria, but I forget
Sharia ousted President Bashar al-Assad in December 2024.
Right, and from that point on, he has been actually an opening voice to be able to, number one, coexist in that area of the world with Israel, and number two, to work with the United States as far as being diplomatic, opening up diplomatic ties, and to actually look for support. Obviously, they need the help, they need the finances, they need money coming into Syria. I think what they provide to the U.S.
It's got to be oil.
Is no. It's another stabilizing Arab force that can give us information. Okay. Right, that could give us information, can give us some sort of on the ground security, and can give us assist us when like you see right now, where Saudi Arabia and Qatar and all these are actually working with us against Iran. So I think that's the benefit of having a free Syria. And the population needs it. Under Assad, it was brutal, to the point where the way it looks like in Iran now, that's basically was the end of the Syrian regime. So there are a lot of benefits to having that working relationship with them, and having another Middle Eastern partner. Let's say, I hate to say partner, because that part of the world is difficult to trust.
A friend,
right. But I think that's the main cog in the U.S. thinking. Yeah,
acquaintance.
Well, they're working partner.
But in the past year, the government of Syria has taken significant steps to counter terrorism, to include formally joining the global coalition to defeat ISIS, which I think is huge. which I never would have expected. But that is good. And you are correct. The WNBA just created a bigger problem with Cantor Freedom and Royce White. That is on Fox. Wow.
Yeah, but you're going to see that on Fox. And when it
I
comes
mean,
out,
it's hilarious.
Fox will give you every spin. See, the problem with Fox is this. This is what I hate about Fox. They bring in religion into everything. They bring in that Southern drawl accent into everything. They bring. I mean, it's Saturdays and Sundays. I'm watching NASCAR on Fox. I mean, come on Fox News. You know what I mean? Stick to the news. Stick to the reporting. Stick to a conservative angle. That's why like Newsmax sometimes is better for me to watch than Fox. It's just I can't take the
Right.
hey y'all and you know they got these morning talk show hosts that give you all that Southern crap, and I can't stand it.
They are correct here, though. I
What?
mean, the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement does not define what a woman is.
Yes.
It
Okay.
doesn't. It has no language
Right.
that includes a woman about gender identity or sex assigned at birth.
Sure.
So,
So
that,
how hard is that to do then?
that is outrageous.
Yeah, but how hard is that to do then?
It would take 2 seconds.
Correct.
I mean, you could write it.
Correct. So doesn't that lead to hey, there's something more to this than that? A little bit of conspiracy theory.
Yes,
They're allowing it to
especially
go
since
on for
They
more
had a
PR. They're
transgender.
allowing it to go on for more PR.
I'm baffled that
Well,
they would.
you don't
they
have
would
to be
do that.
baffled. It's money. It's ratings. It's ticket sales. It's everything the
But
WNBA
they already
has.
have that.
But they don't have enough of it. Even the owners of these teams, they're all NBA owners
Most of them.
that own these teams,
Most
except for
of
the
them.
except for the Butch in Seattle. And so they're all NBA owners,
That's
right?
That's
and they're not making any money.
not 100%.
That is 100% true. They're not making any money.
That's not 100%.
It's 100% true. Even with the success over the last 2 years, the Caitlin Clark era,
They've made a profit.
They have not to offset the 25, 30
no,
years of
no,
debt.
no.
So that's why the
no.
NBA guys are
No,
like,
you're
dude,
right. You're
the
right.
NBA guys, the NBA owners are like, put your foot to the metal. Let's get this shit going. Let's get more TV revenue. Let's get bigger sponsors. Let's get more cable time. Let's get more local TV, regional TV
Yeah,
broadcast.
no, I agree.
I have YouTube TV. There's 5 fucking WNBA games
Well,
on every
because
night,
They have a $200 million contract a year.
but nobody's watching them.
That's not true.
Well,
they get high ratings.
What high ratings? What
The
high ratings
WNBA
What high
has
ratings?
the highest ratings that
that they've ever
had.
had? I understand, but half a zero is zero, Steve.
Well,
Okay, they're getting some ratings. They're getting some people in the stands, and they've got it over the last 2 years because they brought in probably what is now the most electrifying player
They
in
have
the
a lot of young
WNBA.
talent, yeah.
No, which is Caitlin Clark.
No,
is the,
Paige Beckers.
Nobody even knows Paige Beckers. I was at
Nobody knows Paige Beckers.
No, they very rare. And they had an interview, and coincidentally, I think it was Fox that was doing the interview. And they had the interview, and they were going up to supporters of transgenders in sports and detractors of transgender sports. So the supporters, they would go up there. The first question: do you watch the WNBA? And like, oh yes, I know that. And name 5 WNBA. And they just bang 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 bang. Then they go up to the white conservative Christian woman with the XXXY jersey on. And do you watch WNBA? Yes, I do. Name 5 players. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham,
Yeah.
and what's her name? That misses all the shots.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. They know Angel Reese because
Me-bounds.
because you're
The
me
me-bounds,
bounds. You're
yeah.
watching video clips of her. Angel Reese, bam, and she misses another fucking layup. You know what I mean? So
This is the
so
last
these
to
people,
win a game.
yeah,
That's
these
hilarious.
people, and then after that they can't name anybody. There's no Paige. There's no Asia. There's no anybody. Okay.
Asia Wilson's the MVP.
Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody knows.
If you're outside of the WNBA family, nobody knows
Olivia
who
Miles.
she is.
No.
No, who?
Olivia Miles.
I don't even know who that is.
Dave, do you know who Olivia Miles is before you fall asleep?
Olivia Miles. Is that the actress? Olivia.
Okay.
Olivia
All right.
Munn. Olivia Munn.
Moving on.
So wait a minute though. Wait a minute.
Wait, is that the actress?
We're not wrong. Well, we're not wrong on this. The average person does not watch that.
No,
They don't follow it.
Olivia
They don't
Miles.
buy. So
Oh,
now
I know one. I know one. Oh no, I lost her name. She's the one always causing trouble. Carrington, the blonde hair girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Sophie Cunningham.
No.
Deshaun Carrington or
Carrington.
Oh,
Desiree
Deshaun,
Carrington or
yes,
something.
yes.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Yeah, Maria and I talked about her.
Look at what they
She
had to
does
do in
not always
Dallas.
cause trouble.
Look at what they had to do in Dallas. They had to bring in Fudd,
AZ
right?
and Paige. Yeah.
right, to Paige, so they can have a soap opera story
That's not
of two
true.
players that sleep
That's
with each
not
other because they're
true.
girlfriends.
I believe that. I believe that.
You think they drafted Paige's girlfriend
100%.
to please her?
100%. Not to please her,
Well, I
for
mean,
ratings.
Maria did say Olivia Miles.
You know why I believe it? Here's why I believe it. I was talking to a coach who coaches college girls flag football.
Oh, okay.
And he was telling me a story about his two best players.
No,
One was a quarterback and
No.
one was a wide receiver.
no, don't.
And their season changed when their relationship, not on the field, but off the field, ended,
I mean,
or whatever
don't
happened
improve.
in the relationship. And now he went from having a coherent, phenomenal season to the last few games were like a struggle because they were on the same team and they no longer got along.
Yeah, she wasn't receiving anymore.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
not like see. Here's the thing about women's sports. Okay, at the highest level, where you
Well,
have
yeah,
much
you have
more,
the flag
much
man.
more of this stuff going on. Okay,
Well, I mean, even you
don't have in men's sports that every once in a while there's a guy that's a homosexual. For the most part, they keep to themselves. Really, that's the truth.
No, they do.
Okay?
Yeah. They don't
They're not
flaunt
out like, hey, I'm
it. No, they
I'm
don't flaunt it.
I'll be back from my interview in 5 minutes. I got to blow this guy in the locker room first.
No, but I mean, you
So,
work-
but my point is, they probably keep to themselves for the most part. Okay, there's a few instances over the years which I believe that they were paid off to try to come out, but because they
the
stand to
Michael
make
Zan
money
thing.
from it, and it actually costed them their careers in a lot of cases.
it did.
So, for a male to do this, it usually costs them the career in the long run. For a female, you're rewarded.
Yeah, you are.
So that is so.
That's
So
true.
let's think about this. If you're raising young girls in sports that happen to be very good athletes, Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, okay, they are under constant pressure.
They don't date.
On their team to
Oh.
conform
Right. Yes.
to
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
to a norm that's within their sport,
Yeah.
but is antithesis to the rest of the entire world.
right.
They're under constant pressure, and I'm sure there are others, but I'm just saying that like
That's
anyone
true.
who's heterosexual is under this, like they're the bad guys. I mean, it's an absurd, backward.
That is
If
true.
you're at all religious, even a smidget, you would argue that this is the devil's hand working. Okay, because
Yeah.
it's a coordinated effort to coerce other women into a certain lifestyle that is not going to be to their advantage in the actual world.
And I think
That's the
why
truth. Let's
Caitlin
call the
Clark-
truth on this, okay?
I don't know, Dave. Being a lesbian is much more accepted in this country
That's why
than
he's
being
saying
a gay male.
that. Yeah, but that's why he's saying Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark.
Right,
are getting
but
flack for it.
but I think they're taking.
I don't think
you're right.
it's
In their
an
environment,
advantage.
they
It
are
is
the
not an
minority.
advantage, though. any kind of person that is in the same sexual relationship, it is at a. I'm not talking about getting a job. I mean, because there's things in place. I'm talking about in society, they are at a disadvantage in society. Okay, if they have children, those children are going to be at a disadvantage. Okay, now there are things that are not said to those people per se.
Unspoken.
Come on, like let's not like call. There aren't people that just walk around and go, oh, you know, I didn't realize that those two people were in a relationship together. If I see two women and they have a child and they're in a relationship and it's not the grandmother and the mother, I realize if they're in the same age group and they're going everywhere together, they're probably together.
Right.
Okay. Now for the child going to school, all right, I'm sure they try to make it as normal as possible. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have children. They can do whatever the hell. People can do whatever the hell they want. I don't care what they do. But I'm just saying that that child is going to be at a disadvantage when he becomes a teenager.
Absolutely.
Okay, within society, it's going to be more difficult. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying any of it. I'm just saying
I agree.
we're pushing a narrative. We're pushing a narrative throughout society that for most of the world's creation would have been considered, and it is still
condemned.
It's a difficult world for those people to live in. Now, if someone goes through their life and that's the way they want to be, they should be able to be it. No one should bother them. Okay, I don't believe it. But trying to get others and recruit others into that lifestyle is recruiting them into a lifestyle that for themselves and their family, unless that's really who they are, is going to be very detrimental to most of their life.
And
that's
correct.
The truth.
And that's why Caitlin Clark, whenever she's interviewed, it's no comment. She won't take a stance on anything. She wants nothing to do with it. Because I believe.
And Sophie's the other way. Sophie's obviously.
Her mind. She doesn't give a shit.
Speaks her mind.
She knows there's money in that too.
There is. For her, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting a ton of support.
I still think you see two lesbians, and granted, unless, like I said, they're the two owners of the Seattle team. If you see two good-looking lesbians and they're together and they got a kid, I don't have any problem with that. I think the kid's going to be fine.
Every man probably fantasizes about that.
Correct.
But the reality is,
you see two
the reality that
together.
I've seen in society. Okay,
right.
When I'm in my kids' sports and things, when I see these situations. It ain't two hot broads together. Let's just be honest.
I know. I agree. But if I see two guys
all the hot broads are married.
If it's two guys together, I feel that kid's more fucked.
Yes.
There's no doubt. I would 100% agree with you.
I think that kid's more. I don't know.
Well, if it's two males that are together and they have a girl, probably not going to be screwed. If it's two women and they have a boy, it may be a little hard for the boy.
But they may be
listen, in Frank's fantasy world where they walk in and both of them are double D's and they're 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And they both come in, they say, "Hey Frank, let's come over for a drink."
You sort my back up.
Yeah. Frank, your wife doesn't have to know.
No. But honey, I'm with two lesbians.
Dave, you have been working and building a flag football league for girls, teaching them how to play football, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Have you seen any of that with parents or the kid?
No, parents not really. But I'm saying in my across all sports, I have seen it. And by the way, these people have been, and most of the time it's been two lesbian women.
Yeah.
And they're lovely people. Most of the time they're really, I'm saying they're usually some of the, actually, like as a dude, they're usually pretty cool to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like they know sports. Like for me,
Love Maria.
yeah, they're great to talk to. I have great
You know why?
conversations.
You know why, Dave? Because it's like two guys talking because there's no sexual tension
No.
None.
between the male and female. Right?
None.
And that's why when you
Only in Frank's fantasy scenario would
Yeah,
there be.
my
some
Well,
That's
no,
tension.
but like
You're
that's
right.
why Maria's so cool. I mean, Maria's awesome.
she's lesbian.
Yeah.
I think that there is like, I don't know, like having been without
Yes.
going too far into it, having been in college, just like Steve has been in college, at a school where a lot of the girl athletes, they kind of were on this side of the fence, then they were on this side of the fence. and
It was college.
Yeah.
college, right?
Yeah.
It never. I just think that I think the reality is, it's tough for girls when they go and play sports, okay, and they go to high school and
Regardless.
they
Tough
become a
enough.
really good athlete. Now it's
Yeah.
changed a lot. The Sophie Cunninghams of the world and the Caitlin Clark have enabled girls who are more along the lines of track. That's never really been an issue. Like sports like track, never like those
It's
are
been a huge
my
issue.
experience is those girls were 98% heterosexual. You know,
Track has been a huge issue. I mean, in
It is?
California, there was a trans.
no. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying more
the
heterosexual. I'm not talking about the trans.
Gotcha.
I'm saying there are other sports like basketball. It happens to be like
Yeah.
there's a little more team sports. It seems to
Yeah.
be higher. Individual sports, it's going to be you're
Yeah.
on your own anyway for the most part. So it's not going to be the same kind of thing. That's why I say I feel like there's a little bit of a recruiting dynamic. Maybe it's the type of sport. Maybe some of the sports, in order to be better at basketball, requires slightly more testosterone. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. And maybe that slightly more testosterone, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing. I'm probably ignorant of that part of the situation. But I feel like Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham are good for girls basketball, okay?
agree.
Because a young girl coming up feels like, hey, I can go play in college and be a hetero. I know it sounds crazy. I could be a heterosexual and not feel like, oh my God, like I
Right.
can't play that sport. Because I think they will choose other sports. And I think that's if we're going to talk about inclusiveness goes, if inclusiveness is the big thing that they always talk about, race and gender and all this, we need to be inclusive
Family,
across the
yeah.
board,
They do.
right? So that means that like if heterosexuals are the minority on a sports team as a woman, you should be inclusive of them. Because they don't like it when it's the other way around. So why? That's one of the things that I find really ironic. Whoever gets in power, and Frank loves this topic, I think, it corrupts absolutely. So it doesn't matter whether, as soon as you get the majority and you're in charge, that
power
group
means
feels the
everything.
power and could be corrupted. It doesn't matter if you flip this country around and more of the people who were of alternative lifestyles were the majority. You would bet your bottom dollar all of a sudden it would flip the other way, the things that everybody complains about. Because whoever is in power puts other people in that they know who are similar to them.
No,
Frank?
they do. They do.
If it was the other way around, it would be right here for me. Like,
No, you.
oh yeah. It'd be so tempting. I wouldn't know what to do. I would have to go into the powers of the devil.
All right. Well, I wanted to ask this because it happened. Ukraine marked its 35th Independence Day on Monday under the shadow of continued Russian attacks.
35th Independence Day
Yeah.
or year?
No, Independence Day on Monday under the shadow of continued Russian attacks.
Oh, because the
with
1980, I
one
got it.
regional security expert arguing that that Vladimir Putin is panicked.
Yeah.
Wait,
at
Ukraine became
Ukrainian
independent
forces
in
right
1991? Is
Yeah,
that
right
right?
around there. See, I think that article is misleading because that's incorrect. It's not 35 days. They're celebrating their 35th year anniversary.
I'm sorry, the 35th Independence Day. Yes, you're right. It's August 24th, 1991.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Okay, there we go.
I shouldn't have said days.
Yeah.
I thought the movie Independence Day.
That's what
Yeah,
it was.
Bill
right?
Pullman.
The aliens.
I love him. I
the
can't help
aliens. Yeah.
So the anniversary is commemorating, the 1991 Declaration of Independence from
Sure.
the Soviet Union, and European leaders joined Ukrainian President Zelensky in Kiev for Independence Day events in a show of support as the war grinds on.
Yeah. What a show.
But
That's
again,
all it is a show.
we never expected this to go on like it
We
has.
want it to go on.
Well, it's good for us.
Yes.
Why?
It depletes Russia's store
Oh,
of weapons.
right.
It depletes Russia's store of human bodies to fight a war.
So they can't.
Yeah, so they're
They
not.
can't help
They're
Iran.
gonna realistically, they will be a low world power. Even once this is resolved, at some point it has to be.
But I mean, you both have said that you're shocked that Ukraine has lasted. this
Correct.
long.
Correct.
They didn't have the resources, but
Correct.
they found ways to fight
Correct.
back.
That's why I don't understand it. But you know what? History always repeats itself. The Russians invaded Afghanistan. They were there for almost 11 years, and they had to pull it and hightail it out of there. They couldn't defeat. And what happened to us? We went into Afghanistan too. We pulled out there too after X amount of
Yep.
years. And so now with Russia, trying to fight and go into Ukraine, and it's year 3 or whatever it is, 3.5.
Yeah, no, I remember.
So they're in the same stalemate boat. Nothing is getting accomplished. Neither side is gaining much ground or losing ground. The extent of damage the radius has broadened because of drones. So now you can attack 1,000 miles away and you can send drones
without losing
so
people.
yeah. So I don't know where this is going to end or go, but I know that
It's just going to keep going.
I know that Western Europe and almost all of Europe, let's say, and the United States and Israel and anybody else that had any kind of conflict or worry about China, whether they were doing it militarily or politically or financially, I know that they just want the sucker to keep going. No one gives a shit about Ukrainian lives.
Well,
don't.
We
They don't.
We did a fundraiser for Ukraine.
I know we did. But no one can. That's it is. Hugs and kisses,
Yeah,
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I know.
Send him some cash.
Yeah.
No one's there's no
No one's
international
crying.
there's no international intervention in here to say stop it or we will blow
Yeah,
the shit out of both sides.
the United Nations isn't.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So they don't
have,
care.
have at it.
People don't care. People
Have
are
at it.
marching around for Palestine. Oh, see Palestine.
Yeah,
They don't
gays
care.
for Palestine.
They don't care. They're out here sitting. They want to sit in and protest so they can be with their friends and hang out for a day and wear a shirt so people can take a picture of them and say, "Hey, I did my part." You didn't do shit.
Yeah, you didn't do shit.
That's all.
All right, the last thing I'll bring up,
You're the best, Frank. You're the best.
Yeah.
it blows my mind. 17-year-old Utah boy is accused of killing his mother and 8-year-old half brother after prosecutors say a masked figure matching his build was caught on camera roaming the neighborhood in the hours after a late night shooting, and he was arrested by the Saratoga Springs police in Utah. And I just bring parallels. Lindsay Clancy, that case is coming to a close.
yeah.
I don't know if you've been following it.
No.
Lindsay Clancy murdered her 3 children, then slit her wrists. And
she was the one. She thought the
tried to kill
voices
herself.
tell her to kill her children.
yeah,
and kill
she
herself.
had
And she missed.
psychotic.
Right,
yeah.
but she didn't kill herself.
No, she paralyzed herself.
Yeah, so she shouldn't have followed through on the voices. She
she's
should have killed herself.
She's on trial. Well, she tried.
Well,
She
not-
jumped
not
out the
hard
building.
Enough. Not hard enough. How high was she?
She was pretty high up.
Go up another story or two. Get it done. Kill yourself.
She lived?
Yeah, she lived. She's on trial right now. The defense rested, and the closing arguments are going to take place. But it's crazy that support is building for her.
Yeah, because the postpartum depression. I see I
Well,
saw
it's-
some of the interviews.
It's postpartum psychosis.
Whatever. Psychosis,
It's-
depression, idiocracy, whatever it is.
I'm
it's
blown
bullshit.
away by it.
It's bullshit because I know that I understand postpartum. Listen, for the first
You
6
do?
months of my son's birth, he wanted nothing to do with my wife. It was postpartum. She suffered. She's, oh my God, my sister. He wanted to be with me. I changed him. I fed him. I burped him. I did everything for the first 6 months. Then after the 6 months, something snapped,
So it was real.
and he's a mama's boy now.
Yeah.
No, so but my feeling is, my wife didn't want to kill him.
no,
she didn't hear no voices.
No,
Okay.
it didn't get to that.
People that say they hear voices, you need medication. You go get help, and I think she did try to get help though.
No,
I
she
think
did
over
and
and over and over again. So
That's
that's a
like-
fault of many.
People blame the husband.
Right. That's a fault. Maybe, I don't know. That's a fault of many different factors that are into it, as far as when you go try to get help, receive help, and you don't get it. But bottom line, she'll kill the kids, man.
Oh, it was,
That's a
it
murder.
was
That's
That's murder.
craziness.
It was
That's
horrific.
murder. That's
It was
murder.
horrific. But she like, people are supporting her. There's been a groundswell that think that she could get a not guilty or a mistrial,
Yeah.
which I think would be outrageous.
Sure.
The defense didn't even put on the defense.
Right.
They just rested.
Right.
And then you have another shooting in Utah with a 17-year-old killing his mother and half brother. It's just like, where does this end with the violence? Where did it blows my mind?
It's never going to end, because mental health is a huge factor now in this country, even throughout the
You
world.
just
But
think it's people.
I think
being
it's more
deranged.
this country than any other country, and it stands out a lot more because we have access to weapons,
Well,
whereas
that
other countries
and
don't.
we have pills for everything.
Yeah,
You
right,
have
yeah,
this
right,
disorder,
right, yeah,
that
yeah,
disorder.
exactly. So, but I think the mental health aspect is being passed over.
It's only going to get worse as AI starts to take away jobs.
Right. Well,
Right.
people ask AI what to do now.
But why wasn't?
Of course you do. I have it do half my work. AI does half my work.
Why wasn't it like this 40 or 50 years ago?
I
You didn't hear
know.
about
Because people kept
lunatics,
it.
lunatics going. Yeah, you went to work. You shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
You don't go crazy.
you
You
just
start
drank
shooting,
alcohol.
killing people. Yeah,
You
drink.
You became an
go
alcoholic.
drink.
Okay. No, I was just curious. Dave, have you heard of the Lindsay Clancy situation? At
A
all?
little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you believe that there is postpartum psychosis where they can hear voices during that time? Or do you think it's not?
I hear voices every day. I hear voices every day.
Well,
go
my
to work.
favorite is when I dream. I go to bed at night and I have these dreams. I'm in another dimension. It's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, my
Awesome. Every time I wake up, they're like, "What did you dream?" I'm like, I was in this other dimension. Like I was in
I'll
this
go to work.
world. I was like
You hear that?
Yeah, don't pay your bills.
but-
That's the voices. Don't
but-
go to work.
It's not auditory though. They're not telling you.
don't fill your yeah. No, definitely. They say or kill yourself.
They're
They're
telling
telling
you.
me. Yeah, so I wake up in the
That-
morning, I
that's
go
like
pay my
killing
bills, I go to work, and because I have to, or else I'm going to be dead. I'm going to kill
Frank, kill
myself.
yourself. Frank, kill yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
sad. The truth is, it's very sad. Obviously.
Tough. It's gotta be.
I don't think it's sad. Again, it's the Hayden Panettiere thing. I don't think that's sad.
I think anytime there's someone that I'm not saying that the person. I'm saying the situation when kids are getting killed. That's incredibly sad.
Right.
It's that's
Right.
awful. No, it's sickening. But just last word, the WNBA. Do you think this continues to spiral, or do you think it slows down?
No, it's going to get worse.
Because
The
there's
script
going to be a
writers,
break.
the script writers are
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through ink right
No,
now,
they're-
like at a massive rate.
There's going to be a break for FIBA.
They should call me. I'll come up with some good ones.
Oh my God!
where they all play in FIBA. There's going to be like a month off.
I'd have a camera come into the locker room. They'd all be showering at the same time, rubbing each other
Stuffing
down.
each other down.
Oh my God! Hell yeah!
Okay.
Yep. And then you know what? Sophie Cunningham, I would turn her gay. That would
You
blow.
can't do that.
That would blow all the conservatives' minds. I would have her be gay,
That would be a good.
and I would have.
And she's
Caitlin
with
Kelly-
Desiree Carrington or whatever.
Yeah.
John Carrington.
And then
Deshaun-
Maria said. that
and
she's
then
tough.
and then Caitlin Clark, we'd be taking a video in the locker room again. They're changing all that, and she'd pop out a cock, and Caitlin Clark would be a tranny, and Sophie Cunningham would be gay, and that would send the world into a downward spiral of anarchy and debauchery.
Frank, WWE is going to give you a call.
Can you imagine that? Can
You know, it would be a great segment. Frank's fantasies.
Yes.
That would be a great little segment. Frank tells us his little like kind of
There's not enough internet airtime for me to do all that.
Oh my God!
Can
That
you
would
imagine?
be-
Can you imagine if Caitlin
That'd
Clark
be
was a
the-
transgender? They'd be like, "That's why she's dominating in the WNBA.
That would
she's
be
a
awesome.
man."
She's 6'1". I
Oh
mean,
my God!
she did the ring girl
She's
thing.
6'1"?
Yeah, don't you remember she did the ring girl thing for UFC?
No, that's Sophie Cunningham. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Caitlin Clark.
Oh no, Caitlin Clark's not 6'1".
Yeah, no, Sophie.
Cunningham.
Yeah, Sophie. Yeah, she did the ring girl
Does
thing.
Lexi Hull still play for that team, Indiana?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Lexi Hull still play? Oh, she does.
Yes, Lexi Hull still plays there too.
She's laid kind of low.
Yes, she has. It's
'Cause
funny.
that was her click originally.
The teammates have tried to stay out of it because they don't.
Because they're lesbians. They don't want. They don't want.
Well, I don't think
They don't want to
they're
spark anything. They don't want to spark anything up.
I don't think they're lesbians. I just think they know they're in a firestorm. So
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
Sophie Cunningham has made herself into a superstar.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's hot too.
Listen, can speak well for herself. Decent looking girl. And she's
She's
going to have
beautiful.
ton of money come her way now from gun
Yeah.
rights sponsors, anti-abortion, Christian conservatives.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you're going to see her start to endorse more and more products.
Yeah,
You're going to see her. My next prediction is that she will have a segment on Fox News weekly. She'll have
they're going
hey,
to offer
Sophie-
Sophie's.
yeah, Sophie's Flutter or something like that. And she's going to talk about whatever her feelings of the week, and they'll go to Sophie Cunningham. It's almost like Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines blew up.
No one,
yeah.
right? No one heard of Riley Gaines. Next thing you know, she's on Fox News
she's an
24/7. She had
influencer,
her own segment on there once a week and talk about
That's true.
that's exactly how it is. And they make money like that.
She's an influencer. Yes, I agree.
I would like somebody to be an influencer and not take money.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
whole
not
point.
take money. I don't want it.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of being an influencer.
Right, but what
to
I'm
get the
saying is,
money.
but so you can't believe them.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
believe an influencer because they're doing it for money.
They are.
So you give me money, and I'm going to tell you this bottle of water is the best bottle of water you ever had.
It is,
Right?
It is.
But if I tell you this bottle of water is the best bottle of water you're ever going to have, and I don't get $1 from it, then I sort of believe that a little more.
And shove it up my ass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great show, Dave. Anything to add before we this part?
Sounds wonderful. I'm just ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, gotta go to sleep. Great job. Great job. Voice of reason.
I got to get up tomorrow morning, Dave. It's the grand opening, a soft opening of Antico Focaccia.
The store's
the
open.
the Northern Italian focaccia shop.
What do you expect?
What's that?
What do you expect?
Well, it's a real soft opening. I did like 100-person Facebook friends invite just to come on in. I can't overwhelm the staff. They got to learn what to do, and we only had 2 days of training. And my
Look at this guy on the left. What is he doing?
He's doing he's doing what the WWE does. He's just expanding on his talents and creating controversy. Yeah.
I wasn't invited.
No. Yes, you were.
I was.
Yeah, you got a Facebook invite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Not
what
that I
time-
need you
what
there,
time's
but
it?
11 o'clock we open up. 11 to 8.
Are there any jobs opening?
There are not. We are at max capacity right now. As soon as you walk in, there's definitely people say you can't discriminate against the handicapped. Oh fuck yes, I can.
I asked for an application, sir.
Yes, there's no such thing.
Okay.
The unemployment line.
What would Steve be serving if he worked at the focaccia store? What would you have him do?
I can't fold boxes.
Hand
so
job. Steve would be serving hand jobs. Can I have the number 3, please? Does that have a little burrata on it? Burrata.
That's on the menu.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. So, voice of reason.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of reasons.
That's me.
The coach with the George Washington hairstyle. He's aspiring for greatness. The prospect podcast.
No, we don't do the prospect podcast anymore.
Oh no, it's the Coach Schumann success thing. That's right.
Coach Schumann. It's the Coach Schumann. But yeah,
The success.
tomorrow I have Bill Parisi.
Yeah, I saw it's the success thing. So make sure you check that out. It is a great watch on the channel. And I am Steve Cully, the gayest podcast host in the universe.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
It's on every bathroom wall in Worcester.
Yep, gotta do my suck and chuck hours.
There's UConn doc on Apple. Pete's in it. The UConn documentary.
Yes, it's on the women, the dynasty.
Oh, Rebecca Lobo's in it.
Yeah, it's on Gino in the UConn women's dynasty. It's
And Pete's in it. Let me see. There's Jen Rosati.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Oh yeah, that's Brandon Bailey. Who is that? Chris Atkinson.
Yeah, it goes through Gino's. Gino broke Wooden's record.
Oh yeah, there's Steve. There's Pete Connolly. I don't even. This is old. Rebecca's sitting there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they did a great job.
They must have lived on Hilltop. They all lived on Hilltop.
Yeah.
Dave DeArmas.
Yes. Yeah, they did a great thing.
So what is it on, Gino? Is that the thing I've been seeing all the clips on?
Yeah.
And so what they do a documentary on him?
Yeah. They the UConn dynasty, the women's basketball dynasty. Yeah.
It's on Apple.
I believe it's on Apple TV. Yes.
Oh, is he retiring?
No, he's not, but he's slowing down. He doesn't do as much. He'll be out soon.
Wow, is it good, the whole dynasty thing? It's not long.
Yeah, it's excellent. Yes.
It's only 40 minutes though, right? Is that right?
It is excellent. I thought there were a couple parts to it, if I remember. Maybe I don't. But no, it's excellent.
You know what? There are one.
Yeah, there's several episodes, right?
There are 3 episodes right now.
Yeah. No, it's excellent. I mean, he deserves his flowers.
He's the greatest of all. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Period.
He is the greatest. So
you think he's the greatest coach of all time in any sport?
I agree. Yeah, I think
you do.
Yeah, I do. 11 national titles. I mean, there wasn't a ton.
Who's this?
Gino.
I remember.
The only thing you think? What about Wooden?
He beat
Wooden. He did it with men.
He beat Wooden's record. In a.
I'm just saying, Wooden did it with men, which is harder.
Yeah, but it was during the 70s, where everyone had scholarships.
True.
There were limits.
You could hoard scholarships. That's a good point.
There were limits on women's scholarships at the time. So yeah, I do. I think Gino is the best of the best.
What about Saban?
No. Saban had the best players. I think that's why he got out. Well, Gino was able to be the best players after a certain period when he won. But
Saban didn't.
What about
that?
Gino went like 8 years without winning a national title.
Saban had to go and clean up the Shula's mess.
He did.
Yeah, and so he didn't have the best players starting out.
He didn't clean up Shula's mess. He wasn't hired after Shula.
I thought
he was hired after Jimmy Johnson.
That Jimmy Johnson. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about
at Miami?
Oh, you're talking about the U.
I'm talking about the
Dolphins.
Jimmy Johnson
I'm talking about
Shula.
Saban. I'm talking about Nick Saban.
Shula was at Alabama.
Shula was the head coach at Alabama, junior. It's his son.
Oh, when he came in? Yeah.
What about
Yeah. He won.
All right, let me throw out a couple other ones.
Championship at LSU. He was great at Michigan State. I just think the national championships he won.
I always thought Chuck
that's
Noll.
why he got out.
Chuck Noll was probably one of the best coaches ever.
I think he got out because of NIL, and that's why a lot of the old timers do. So, remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and shove them up my ass.
There you go. Good target.
That's wonderful. Steve, please stop doing it. It's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up.